Hey guys, good morning. Coach Jen T here coming at you with a video on just kind of tackling the temptations at the office and around you with all of the extra processed sugars. So those processed sugars, of course, it's like a cycle because processed sugars contain high carbs and eating them leaves you feeling like you want more, right? If you have never noticed, or if you have noticed that, when you start eating the cookies, you almost can't stop, or an hour later you still feel hungry and you want to eat more. So the reason that holiday season can be harder is because there is more of an abundance of these treats and we tend to be tempted to overindulge. And so I just have some tips on how to handle those situations so that you can still enjoy the sugary treats, but also just find that balance. So number one is to identify your triggers. Listening to your true hunger, like asking yourself, are you craving those Christmas cookies just because they're there? Let's say at the office, the break room has some cookies just sitting there and you just see them and you just all of a sudden want them. Totally normal. You're not alone if you're there. But also, are you truly hungry? Asking yourself, if you're hungry or if you're bored, maybe you're feeling a little bit stressed. Looking at those triggers and how you feel during the times that you're craving can really just help you call yourself out on how you're feeling and how to manage that trigger that you're feeling. Maybe there's a certain feeling or a certain space that you're in, or a certain time of day, and just looking at that trigger and then working your way backwards there. Number two is to start with a balanced meal first. So if you are looking at treats and you feel like you're craving them, ask yourself what your previous meal was. If you haven't eaten for 6 hours, you might be feeling hungry. So try to reach for a balanced meal first. Of course, this is going to take some planning ahead, but making sure that you have some veggies and some protein, maybe like some healthy carbs like fruit. Just having something first will help really reduce temptations quite a bit. Number three is to have some smart snacks in stock within reaching distance from you. So this might be something like a protein bar or some beef jerky. Maybe in the work fridge you have some Greek yogurt or some cottage cheese. Things that can fuel you so that you're feeling, good on healthy options to grab. Even like little squares of dark chocolate or even pitted dates, those are also sweet treats that can help reduce your cravings a little bit, to scratch that itch of craving, processed sugary things. Number four is to hydrate well, because your brain can't differentiate between hunger and thirst. So if you are feeling like you're craving foods, ask yourself how much water you have drank, because if you're not properly hydrated, it's going to make you want to reach for all of those things. Number five is to set your limits on indulgences. Know that in any given day, you're never going to be restricted from any treats, but say, hey, you know what? I know this, cheesecake is going to be offered at the office, or I know that this person is making those really delicious cookies they make once a year. Having that intention and setting the standards of what you expect from yourself ahead of time, so you have these treats to enjoy. A lot of my clients like to have a little bit of a sweet treat in the evening after dinner, kind of to nightcap off their evening. So having a plan in place will allow you to enjoy those treats without feeling guilty because you've already planned for them. Number six is to distract and redirect your brain. Like, for example, a walk outside, cravings typically subside in about 20 to 30 minutes. So giving yourself that time and space to distract yourself, whether you're at the office and you have this project you want to get started on, or you're organizing, maybe you're decluttering, that kind of thing. Those kind of things can distract you and create that barrier so that you're not reaching for the treats immediately on impulse. Number seven is to practice mindful indulgences. If you are following me, you'll see that one of those is mindful eating today for holiday party tips. Just slowing down, being present. When you do enjoy a treat, remember it's never restricted. You don't have to feel guilty, but enjoying it slower. You're going to enjoy less and have less calories just by simply slowing down and savoring the bites and knowing that it's not going to be your last cookie or dessert, right? You can enjoy it again tomorrow, just enjoying those things mindfully. Number eight is be the person to, inspire others to make healthier treats. You never know if you bring something healthier, somebody else might say, hey, I really appreciate that you didn't bring something loaded with sugar, like prepackaged ribbon candy or something, and having something healthier. Maybe you bring like a fruit bowl or a fruit salad to start the day. And that way you still have the treat options, but you also have some higher nutrient dense options too, because you're the one that's providing those. Number 9, you've probably heard this before, but out of sight, out of mind. So not having the temptations within reaching distance, or, if you are at a place where people do bring treats, have them in a designated area where, you don't really see them unless you have to go to that area. And then number 10, of course, is just to be kind to yourself. This is very important. We all have busy lives, and sometimes we tend to be hard on ourselves for those overindulgences. And what's super important, especially during this time of year, is knowing that you can enjoy these indulgences without guilt. The new year is right around the corner. We're able to set our environment up for success now and in the future. Just being kind to yourself, treating your body well, fueling your body first with nutrient dense options, and then moving on to enjoying whatever treats you really love during this holiday season. I hope these tips help you. If you are on my emailing list, you probably got, this list, but in a written format, not really my wording. But also there was a no-bake dark chocolate peppermint bites recipe that I had shared, and Laura and I made them over the weekend, and they were so good. So we have a new little 17 days of holiday treats. They're like all healthier without tons of added sugar. If you would like to join that, just let me know. It's just like a good way to hold yourself accountable to try new things. And Laura and I are super excited to follow the recipes and try them out. But also with that comes like a bonus menu planning guide, which is great for the upcoming new year and starting today. And then of course, some bonuses of like some healthier protein snacks. And that's all within my coaching platform. So there is a link for that. My mom's cat, is coming to visit. So let me know your thoughts on your healthy tips for tackling temptations at the office. And if we all have those favorite treats, I'd love to hear them, and we will chat with you all soon.